Thank you so much, Bhakti. And welcome everybody to this wonderful celebration of divinity on this 2/22/2022, February 22nd, 2022, the Divine Day portal. We're ushering in love today, and there have been celebrations globally. I participated, Debbie and I participated in a large celebration with Unify today at 2/22 Hawaiian time. And Rachel's going to talk about her celebrations that you that you did all day with the Enlightenment Group. My name is Josie Ramirez Herndon, and some of you know me from my platforms of recoveryview.com and Try Angels. And I'm going to introduce our panel tonight. We're going to have an exciting night of celebration, divine messages from the angels. Gabriel's going to be speaking shortly, and just welcome to this night of joy, love, and enlightenment, I hope, for you. And we're gonna, this is April Collier, my co-host. These are all my co-hosts. Rachel, can you tell us about
I might have been an April too in another life.
Yes, April, you look so April.
No. Thank you so much, Josie, for letting me be here today. Thank you, Debbie and Spirituality Gone Wild. What a great day it's been. We have been on Enlightened World Network since 5 a.m. Eastern Time, and we have been doing divine love, celebration, explanation, explosion, heart chakra. Wow! I am so grateful to be here. You can find me at rachellife.com, and that's where I hang out. But right now, I am so grateful to be a part of this group and this organization right now, because we are all connected in this golden cord, this great web of life, and it is an exciting time for love. All right. I'm excited. I can't help it.
Yes. Thank you. I mean, your excitement is contagious. We're all excited because, to be honest, I worked all day. And then I just I'm plugging in for these next, couple of hours, but I can feel your vibration of being, enlightened and doing this since 5 a.m. this morning. So let's get some of that juju. I'd also like to introduce Brianna, my daughter, Brianna Ullery, and her husband, Bhakti Ullery. Bhakti is a musician, professional musician and teacher. And tonight he's going to be sharing with us the sounds of love. So you got a little taste of what Bhakti, can do with the divine instruments, and we're going to have more of that. And Brianna, do you want to talk a little bit about what you and Bhakti do together with your spiritual path besides your, we all have day jobs, but what's your evening job?
Well, actually, we should congratulate Bhakti because he just finished a 1-year vow of silence.
Oh, yeah.
A whole year he was silent. I know he's silent right now.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
yeah. After his 1 year of silence, it's hard for him. Sometimes he's just like, I think I'd rather be silent. Yeah, it's like I liked it better the
He's
other way.
the perfect husband.
The perfect husband, the silent husband.
But no, we met on when he first started his vow of silence at a music festival because he is a musician and I was helping with production. I also been at music festivals, and then and it was almost like a telepathic connection where I was like his
my
interpreter for him, and I like
when he was on silent,
frustrated, trying to like
that was cool.
Express himself. And I would just be like, oh, he's saying this and this and this. And I look at him, he's like, yes, everything. It was all right. And I was like, wow, I was even blowing my own mind. And so, and then a few months later, we reconnected, and it was just this crazy twin flame connection that not many get to experience. And it is out of this world. And so we eloped and got married. And now since we've been in a deep spiritual practice. And that's what our calling is to help raise the vibration of the world and bring in the divine love.
Yes.
And so, yeah. And we have our own company called Beyond the Desert. And yeah, it's wellness, herbalism, Reiki, anything that's called to do healing. We even have high vibrational clothing and whatever, you name it. So that's what we do.
Oh, thank you so much for being with us, guys. And we have, of course, Debbie Garcia, the founder of Spirituality Gone Wild. Deb, do you want to say a little bit more about yourself?
Well, hello, everybody. I am excited to be here. What a special day. Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday, happy Tuesday,
Yes.
which is just remarkable to me. I love that. We are just all divinely appointed tonight to be in this space where we are, and I'm really just grateful to be here. It's been a definite journey these last few years, and all of us feel it. And now is the time to reset, recharge, and rejuvenate. And that is my intention for tonight and my hope for everybody that is watching now and on the replay.
Yes. Thank you so much, Deb. Okay, so I didn't actually talk too much about what I do, so maybe I'll do that. I've worked in the field of recovery and addiction for over 30 years. We have a treatment center called Advanced Therapeutic Services that I have an outpatient center with my husband, Jim, and that's on the websites there. So that's my day job, as I was saying, although God's work and angelic work is all together, especially with addiction and behavioral health. So my focus, my entire, most of my life has been around helping addicts and their families and behavioral health. So all of the things that we're talking about here tonight help our clients as well. The spiritual, everything is spiritual, of course. So we don't teach these types of modalities at the center because we have to keep it very mainstream, and we do have a 12-step curriculum, but we have mindfulness groups, we have conscious recovery curriculum. So we do tie it in to our program. And I started channeling Archangel Gabriel about 10 years ago, but I've been on this path my entire life, of course. And that's a whole other story. I'm writing a book that I haven't finished yet, but that's fine. Gabriel says that there's no time limit for that. But in the meanwhile, I've been doing lots of sessions with people or speaking. Or Gabriel has through me. So with that, we're going to do a little bit of channeling, well, quite a bit of channeling. I think that's why on the advertisement it said co-hosted by Gabriel. It's actually Gabriel's voice that comes through me. And we've been, like I said, doing this for quite some time. So I'm just going to stop chatting and bring Gabriel in to give some messages, and then we will start with our angelic panel from there, and we'll all give some divine messages. Good evening, everybody. We thank you for inviting us into your homes and your offices and any place that you're watching us this night of 2/22/2022. Josie started We started with a 5-minute meditation this morning that went on a larger platform in the middle of the day. And now we are having the celebration that Rachel calls the Divine Dance Party of Angels to close out this divine day, the celebration of ushering us into your planet. That's what you've been doing all day, and we thank you for doing that. We thank all of you, whether you know it or not, because you read the invitation, because it came into your consciousness of what this day is. You've been ushering us into this planet. So you will feel us, you will see us. If you choose to invite us into your life and into your realm, you're going to see more of us every day. And you say, well, how do we do that? You don't have to ask how. We started out the day telling Josie, there's no time today. There's no time. There's only faith. There's only going forward. There's only doing and being. And that's how we started our day. So when you can silence your mind a little bit, quiet your mind as Bhakti did when he wasn't speaking for a whole year, you're going to feel us. You're going to see us. And whatever it is that you want to call your gifts are going to flourish. We say there are no gifts because having us is not a present. We don't give presents to you. These are things that you have. This is your inheritance. This is your purpose of why you're here. So embrace your inheritance and your legacy and remember who you are. And this day is a powerful day for that, for ushering us in so that you don't have to feel that we're so far away, because we're not. We're actually closer in today, and we're staying. We're staying. You're going to feel us. You're going to sing our words when you're singing. You're going to say our words when you're speaking, if you so choose to do that. And we encourage you to do that, to say, speak through me, angels and divine guides. Speak through me, light of God. Speak through me, universal beauty, the essence of who I truly am. Allow your essence to come through your lips. And if they're not going to come through your lips, then have them come through your music. Have them come through your song, through your paintings, through your art, all of your creativity that is divine. Messages will be coming through that are new messages that you've never heard before, seen, or felt, and embrace them. Do not run from them. Go towards them. If it's different, then do it. If it feels good. All the old stories are old. The wars that they're talking about that are going to happen are old stories. They're old thoughts that people want to hang on to. Humans want to hang on to fear. They want to hang on to anxiety. They want to hang on to the past. And they want to do it again and again. It's not going to be able to happen with all the love that's on the planet. They're going to try to destroy and have destruction and anger, and then they're going to feel the love, and they're going to say, what was that all about? What was that? That was the divine love. That was the divinity of those of us who are pouring it into this planet. The golden thread, we are pouring it into this planet. We are embracing those who have hatred. We are loving those who want to kill us. We are all of that. They're not going to know what to do with us because we're so full of love. We don't have to say to them or argue with them or debate them. No, just send them the love. The love's already here. Send it to them. Do not include them. Do not include them. Include them in all of this. There is no them and us. We are all the same. You are all the same. There is duality. For those who you say are dark and evil, that's the other side of who you are as humans. If you don't like what they're doing, you're looking in the mirror. Send yourself love. Send your fellow man love. That's not as easy. Loving people like in this room together who love each other is easy. Loving somebody who has upset you is not easy. But it's not supposed to be that easy. It's supposed to be growth. You're growing. You're growing your love muscles by loving those who you feel are unlovable. That's true divine love. And it's possible when you come in the morning, when at night before you go to sleep, you meditate on this message and bringing in the divine love into your dreams, into your realm, into your sleep patterns. And then you wake up with the energy of the angels and you have an angel day. You allow us to do 90% of the work while you do 10% of it, because we need your human bodies to do it, so that because of gravity. We say there's no time, but because of gravity, there is time, but there is no time. That is the spiritual conundrum. For those of you who are listening to this, you will understand it. And if you don't understand it, ask your heart to understand what we're saying. Just open your heart, and your heart will know, your higher being will know what it is that we're saying is true. All you have to do is embrace those around you. Even if it's Josie today, she was frustrated. She had construction guys here, and she was first going to be, but no, it's an angel day. So she offered them water. Oh yes, you need to go into the attic that goes through my bathroom. No problem. As she's trying to meditate. See, there are no accidents. Every human that comes into your realm is there for a reason. The person at the grocery store that bumps into you or snarls at you, they're there for a reason, so that you can share that with them love. Even if it's not to say anything, or not, just energetically send them love. Humans, you can feel each other's energy. Even behind the masks, you can feel each other's energy. So continue to share that energy with each other. This is just the first day of a new existence on this planet. Embrace it. You can choose. We encourage you to embrace it. You can choose not to embrace it. As humans, you will not always embrace it. Josie doesn't always embrace it. And there's no judgment with that. There's no judgment. It's only learning until she says, oh yeah, that was, that kind of thing. We're all human. We're not human. You're all human. So do not loathe yourselves. We encourage you not to loathe yourself. We encourage you to forgive yourself. We encourage you to love yourself. But if you cannot do that, you can ask us to do it for you until you can do that. And you will feel it. You say, how can I bring love in if I am so sad and depressed? Oh yes, sadness, depression, anxiety, that is the very lowest vibration you can feel. And Josie knows that. She's grieving the loss of a very, 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 very close relative. She's been crying for 6 weeks. She can't stop it. But that's because she's human and she misses the human person that was here before. But we know and she knows that person is here with her now. At this very moment, Vanessa is here with her now. If you've lost somebody, know that they're here, and you're going to feel them, your ancestors who have gone before you to transition to where we are now. And the grieving is fine. That's part of who you are. If you weren't human and you weren't in this gravity, you wouldn't be grieving their presence because you want to touch them and you want to smell them and you want to hear their voice. Yes, you do. That's perfectly fine. There's no right or wrong way to grieve. Embrace it for what it is. Josie's embraced it by crying when she feels like it, where before she would have gone and worked double time, double shifts. Feel it then. And then go and do the love and everything else. Then your heart will be able to sing. When you embrace the grief and sadness and then walk and then grow from it, then your heart will be able to sing. But if you don't embrace it, then you may have a plug. All the plugs are coming out, everybody, humans. All the little plugs are coming out fast and easy. Fast and easy if you allow them. They do not have to hold up long and manifest into medical conditions. They do not have to do that. You can let them flow through you and up to us. Otherwise, they will manifest in medical conditions. It's natural for a body to start breaking down when there's grief and anxiety and fear and depression. It's natural. It's like your neighbor, your best friend illness when you're feeling that way. How can your body be jubilant and healthy when you're not mind healthy? Your body cannot be healthy. As you're coming into this new existence that is coming through, remember that. But if you eat something that is not good, quote unquote, good for you, bless it anyways and say, just go through me, cookie. Evil, beautiful cookie. Just bless it. Bless my body, sugar. Rather than beating yourself up and feeling bad, beating yourself up and feeling guilty is back to despair. You ate it, enjoy it, and be done with it, and make a celery juice next time. Maybe. There's always that 20, 30 minutes from now to do it different. But if you do it, bless it all. Bless it so that it doesn't accumulate as a guilt and then say, oh, well, I had one, let me have 10. I had that, might as well go for this pasta too. No. That's what happens when your guilt comes in. Then you just start eating all of it. No. You can bless the one cookie and then eat the apple later. All those little things that we want you to do that add up to all of the big things. The little things that you do for yourself and your beautiful bodies will bring up the vibration of this planet. And then in turn, the universe. Because then we will be able to speak through you, sing through you. You will get our messages clearer. And even if you eat the cookies, but you bless them, you're still going to get our messages. You eat the cookie and you're in despair, messages get clogged up. It's all about how you frame it in your thoughts and in your words, your spoken words. That is our first message for the evening. We will give another one in closing or in the middle, whenever we want. There's no plans. This is all divine, but we are complete for the moment, and we are going to ask Rachel to give messages from the angelic realm. Thank you. We love you dearly. Oh, excuse me, Rachel. Take my water.
I'm going to continue along with our Archangel Gabriel, and I channel all realms and all angels, and I don't know who's going to come through, and it usually is a mixed message because they all sing through me. And everything that Gabriel said was so on point, and this is what we've been talking about all day today. The message today is for you to love you. We love you so much. Your creator, the source, that energy, loves you so much that we gave this entire planet for you to explore. And we have forgotten that, well, you have forgotten why you came here. This planet, this place was for you to have fun and enjoy and to cry and to eat and to feel and to laugh and to giggle. And it was not taken away from you, but it was manipulated. And for 20,000 years or more, depending on what calendar you look at, this planet has been going through massive confusion. We allowed the free will to totally run free and rampant. We allowed all energies and entities to do whatever they wanted. And as awkward as situations may appear to be, they really just were situations. And this is what we hope that you will start to understand today. When we learn not to judge, we can understand that things just are. And when they just are, there's no drama. There's no anxiety. There's no fretting. There's no fear. Things just are. And just as Gabriel said, we, the angels, are not the present. The present is the moment that you live in. The present is this now. This is the only thing that exists, is this conscious moment. So if you live in love, in your heart, you experience everything in love. Natural disasters are going to continue to happen. That is part of the expansion of this planet. That's how we planned it. If there is an experience that you have with a natural disaster, it's probably just a lesson for you to learn. It's probably something that you need to experience to expand your love. As one of our ascended masters said, Christ, it is heavy to carry the weight of fear, hate, resentment. That is a heavy load. Why carry that load anymore? This is the marking of the celebration of love, and not your awkward human love, not the love that forces you to do things that you don't feel right, not the love that beats, hurts, kills, not the love that is full of guilt. That's human romantic love. That's not what we're talking about. We are talking about an unlimited, unconditional love, energy, divine awesomeness. Because you are the creator on this planet. You are the one with the God spark. In fact, every single one of you listening, and I know it's hard to believe, but just for a moment, step into your heart and feel us. All 100 billion of us are right there in your heart. Every ascended master, every angelic being, every otherworldly being, everything is in your heart, here to help you experience this plane in the way that you're supposed to, which is fun, happiness, joy. You were to be creators. You were not to be workers. Create, dance, sing, giggle. Yes, we understand money still exists on this planet at this time, but we will provide for you. We will always make sure that you are taken care of if in your heart you stay true to love. We are so happy to see that the movies are now starting to give options of love instead of violence. That the society is actually picking up the vibrations and the changes have been happening. And the more of us that love through you, and the more of you who love yourself. Just as Gabriel says, it goes faster, it goes quicker, everything happens, everything changes. What was a sick, diseased planet becomes incredibly healthy and abundant. The disease that's within the planet is the same disease that is within your physical bodies. Gabriel's right. It is a moment of joyous celebration, because when you choose love, when you choose yourself, everything flows. Believe it or not, there is already a grand plan written. There is no end of this planet planned within a consciousness that you would understand. No more doomsday. Instead, the people that need to be afraid is fear. That is what's disappearing. Anxiety, hate, self-loathing will not exist on this planet someday. This is just a marker to let you know you're the angelic soul. Be the angelic soul that you are. We can guide you and help you, but you have to choose it. I recommend to starting your day in gratitude. And I believe there's a young woman here, Debbie, who used to really encourage us to start our mornings in gratitude.
She still does, yeah.
Debbie, you were right on.
Let her know.
That gratitude is really how we are supposed to start our mornings.
I love that. Thank you. And what a beautiful message you just brought through. It was extraordinary. I want to say something simple about gratitude. Did you guys know that joy is actually gratitude's belly button? I'm serious. But I really get excited about the message of gratitude, and because you can't mess that up. Gratitude is the one thing that is going to shift your life, guaranteed. Archangel Gabriel talks about it all the time. We all know this, but how do we activate it? How do we actually set our intentions every day and do this? And there's a few simple, easy peasy steps you guys can take. It's really the simplest thing. If you're not into journaling like I am, I'm just not a great journaler. Instead, I am really good at thinking of 3 people I'm super grateful for. And
Deb,
maybe text.
do you want to go ahead and swap out and put yourself on the big screen and talk? This can be your time for your panel talk.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Perfect segue from Rachel and the angels. Go, Deb. Well, tell us how to do your gratitude shortcuts, or what you have a workbook.
I do. I have some great shortcuts. I really do. But before I get started on some shortcuts, something I wanted to bring up to everybody today. If you could go back in time, and I want everyone that's watching right now and on the replay and here live with me, if you could go back in time and do it differently with one person, I want you to think about who that would be. I want you to sit with that for a minute. In alignment with the message tonight, do you all have who that person would be? For those watching right now, do you have who that person would be? Now I want you to type it into the chat, and I want a raise of hands on who said me, self.
That's a good.
And the reason I think that this is vital and important is the first person that we forget about is us. The first person that we forget to appreciate is ourselves. You got out of bed this morning and you were breathing, and you're important, for goodness sake. And when you're looking at a gratitude list, appreciate you first and foremost before we start appreciating anything else, because without you, there couldn't be anything else. What else could there be? If there wasn't a you, there'd be what? A spark? You'd be, probably on the other side. If you were to you're here, a divine, unique being, deserving and worthy as just as everyone else. And when you think about who you would go back in life and do it differently with, could it be that you should consider it to be you? And what would you have done? Take it easier? What would you tell your past self? I appreciate you. And you don't have to say, I wish I coulda, shoulda, woulda, because that's not even existent. It is now. And the opportunity is now to love that past self and then bring it forward. Feel that appreciation for you, that deep appreciation. The kind like this. Bliss is gratitude's kiss. Bliss is gratitude's kiss. Feel it kiss you. Feel it love you. That is you. The gratitude practice is remembering that you matter every day. And for those that are having a tough time with this, that are sitting there going, yeah, but the yeah, but's great, and love that space too. Love that space too, because without your yabbit, you wouldn't even know what you wanted on the other side. So it's serving you. And that's really the trick. How is this serving me right now? Not how is this happening to me? I can't believe this is happening again, and telling myself that old story, but rather how is this working for me? It's a form of gratitude and appreciation that you can take a hold of right now. So when you do get up in the morning, seriously, just take a few moments to yourself and put your hand over your heart. Just take those beautiful, deep belly breaths and say thank you, thank you, and thank you. Dr. Wayne Dyer has some great meditations out there. I recommend the I Am meditation. James Twyman did the music for that, and then Jonathan Goldberg helped to compose it. Use that meditation to help you get into that space. It's one of my favorites of all time. And please remember, reach out to somebody. Tell them you love them. Tell them, hey, oh my God, I'm so grateful for you. You make just the thought of you gives my heart joy. And that's all I have for now.
Thank you, Deb. It was beautiful. That's wonderful. You always take it back to us. You always take it back to me. And that's
Yeah.
exactly where it should be, not outside of ourselves, right?
No, never. Yeah, right. Exactly.
So now we're going to have some music, and then we're going to do a couple rounds of this. We decided to just do a couple rounds with the panel. So go ahead, Brianna and Bhakti. Beautiful. Thank you. Talking about ushering in the angels. Oh, that just was amazing sound healing. And so Rachel was prompted to sing and chant, and I was prompted to go get the little goodies. I was like, okay, we need smell to go with this. And so if you guys can imagine, I tried lighting the sage, it wouldn't budge. I tried the sweet grass, it wouldn't budge. Only the Palo Santo was like flaming up. So that was cool. It's like I knew something was calling to be lit. It just beautiful. So if you have anything like that at home that you can burn right now, I think you'll be able to help us with this awesome vibe that we've got going on of love and just divinity and ceremony, bringing in ceremony, because that's how this feels like. It reminds me of when I go on spiritual retreats and we do an outdoor ceremony. And I thought, even though we're inside the house, maybe we can make it a little outdoors. So I do have the fireplace going, gas fireplace, by the way. So since it's gas fireplace, the Palo Santo makes it feel like we're outside at a retreat, right?
Yeah.
Like we're in the desert. We're in Palm Desert, so we are in the beautiful desert. But it's much different than being out in the middle of Joshua Tree or over in Peru, or we could just imagine, kind of teleport. Yeah, pull the energy of the pyramids, of the sun and the moon, in Teotihuacan, Mexico, and the pyramids, the Egyptian pyramids. I mean, everybody is feeling this energy globally. That's what I got. So if you guys are at home right now, and even if you're watching this later, there's no time again. So when you're with us now and you're watching it in 2 days, it's still you're with us now. So light up your sage. We're in California, so there's a lot of things I'm going to not encourage you to light up. But your sage or your Palo Santo and do ceremony with us. I know. Okay, very good. Now, since we did a little bit of sound healing, the one thing that I do and what helped me when I started channeling was one of the things. There's a lot of different things that you can do when you start your channeling or your spiritual connection, and we all have our little altars that we put together. Bhakti was getting a lot of energy after his year of silence, and he didn't really quite know what to do with that energy. So I gave him my prayer beads that I had gotten from somebody, the monk, and they just really help with that energy. What it is a conduit. You guys might feel the heat of the energy flowing through you. And of course, there's Reiki. There are Reiki practitioners and Reiki master Rachel. I'm a Reiki practitioner, but I don't really practice. But all that is your energy. That's what Reiki is. It's our energy. It's the it's energy, and there's also the other one that's not Reiki, but it's
just chi.
The chi. Well, there's chi, and then there's that other practice that people do of energy healing as well. I forget. Anyways, there's a lot of them. Or you could just be a doctor and pray before you do your work, and then let God work through you. So it doesn't have to be so symbolic. Well, what I did, one of the things that helped kind of ground me and I would say, call in the angels is what I would do. Because when your day is busy or not, but even if your mind is busy, or even if you're watching Netflix, a couple of Netflix, which I do, believe me, I started with a Netflix series, and then I can't stop until I'm done with all 3 of whatever the seasons or whatever they are, right? Yeah. So binge watching. I binge watch.
Not guilty.
So after, if you do binge watching or music binging or whatever binging, and you're trying to get back grounded, you could do something like this. You'll pick what it is that you do. So I bought this crystal bowl. I bought several of them, and this one,
Just for a second.
is.
I want them to see your
Oh, you
bowl.
want to see the bowl?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I bought this crystal bowl that's on the floor now.
Yeah.
So this crystal bowl, I've gotten a few of them, and I didn't know what I was going to do with it, but I've got, I've had this one for a few years. The other one I had for 10 years, and this helps. Like here, I'm barely touching it, and I asked for Gabriel to do it for me and bring in the vibration of the angels. And this is the vibration of Gabriel. we're gonna bring in Archangel Michael. This is Michael's voice speaking through, just barely touching the wand. So this is that chi energy.
The energy's not necessarily.
Oh, great. Michael, the angels are what they're like, yes, to the giggles, to the belly button, the joy, the belly button of gratitude. Okay. So next is Archangel Raphael. Oh yeah, Raphael, right? Oh, he's awesome. He's a large angel. Lots of healing with Raphael. He's the one Rachel and I love. He's the best. And Michael's the best. Gabriel's the best. They know they're all the best. The other angel we're bringing in is Uriel. Woo.
Yeah, where's my girl?
Okay, Uriel, the enlightened day, Uriel. This is your day today. He's an archangel of enlightenment. And all day, Uriel's been coming through the portals to this planet. He's here. He's all about enlightenment and light. Woo! Yes. Rachel had to hang on tight to the cellular. We don't mess around. Brianna doesn't mess around with crystals. She brings them, boy, I'll tell you. So yeah, brown with the cellular. There's marble. Thank God there's marble. Okay.
Oh, you guys are so funny.
Now we're going to bring in some of the masters. We're going to bring in Mother Mary and her gentleness. Yes, her compassion. Mary, the divine feminine. Oh, there she is. We're going to bring in the Christ energy, Jesus. Inviting. Buddha. Everybody wants to come to our dance party. They do. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're all here. Bhakti's favorite, Krishna. Let's bring him in, Bhakti. This is for you. Yes. Bhakti. Up. Getting his message. This is for you. Now, all the beauty and the glory and the reverence that there is, we're going to bring in He who has no name and He who has every name, the creator of all. Om. That's right. Heavenly Father, God, He who has no name, He who has every name. Joy. Wow. Beauty. Peace. Peace. We're bringing them in to bring peace into this world. So those who want to have war won't know what to do with themselves. They're going to get confused. They're going to feel the love. They're going to change their mind. They're going to get hungry. They're going to want to go to dinner instead. They're going to want to love each other. They're going to want to love each other tonight. So I started out like that, like 15 years. No, I'm kidding. I just started doing it. No. It took a while to get to that place. So you get your instrument, and then you have your intention. You invite them in through the music, through the sound. That's where they are. They're in the sound, because we translate messages with our language, with our voices, with our language. That's gravity. That's us. But truly, it's sound. Sound is who they are. Vibration, energy, love. So if you pick up, whether it be a bowl or some chimes, a flute, anything, and you can invite them in with that. Drums are awesome to do that with. Drums. Wow. We have a drum. There we go. We have a Native American drum. So that's the sound healing. That's the sound healing that we're talking about, that we want to do more of. I think that's gotten really popular, and most areas have sound healing. So if you see something where there's a sound healing ceremony or a sound healing, and it comes across your path on the internet and it's nearby your house, try it. Or do your own sound healing at home with your friends and your family, with your kids. When the kids are running around with their instruments, they're feeling the vibration. Just have them guide them to an intention with that, and the messages will come through. So they're all here still. Yeah. That was
Really?
Rachel, yeah. Rachel's like ready to fall. I know the nerdies.
Who do you want?
I got them all here.
I got Lucy Arnaz over here.
Oh, yeah.
They're like there are like billions of them in this room, and they're all like, "This is fun."
That's right. This is fun. They love it.
They
They love that we're inviting them here to be with us.
Yes, in fact, that's what we're going to do.
Yes.
Let's step into our hearts.
Yes.
And let's go inward into Source, into Creator.
Yes.
He who has no name.
Mm-hmm.
I like to call it all, because it is all.
It is all.
So just for this little second meditation, I'm going to use the word all in place of Source or God. And then what we're going to do is let that feeling of love emulate through us. Because like we said earlier, it's about our love for ourselves, and that we have to love the things that we love the least. So we're going to go into our heart. We're going to go into our God spark. We're going to go to Source. And through Source, we are going to send our love to everything.
Yes.
And when I say everything, I mean a plastic cup. I mean the trash. I mean a nuclear waste site. I mean Putin's heart. We are going to love everything, because everything needs love.
The leaders of the planet, their hearts.
That's
Biden's heart.
all
Putin's
of them.
heart.
Yes.
The Queen of England, who's sick
who's
right now
sick.
with COVID.
Yes.
The Pope, the Dalai Lama, the
Every-
spiritual leaders, all the leaders that are right now on the planet trying to figure it out, or lead or not lead, whatever it is, we're going to send so much love to them. They're not going to know what to do with it, because they're so used to being afraid of what not to do, or even not afraid. Whatever it is their energy is, we're just going to send them love. Love. That's great.
Don't you feel that?
Yes, I feel
I
it.
just feel
I
that's
feel
what
Yeah.
we should do.
Yeah. Let's send the leaders and the spiritual leaders and the world leaders and the bankers and all the people that we think are like at a lower vibration, whatever. No, we're going to send them love and raise their vibration. They're not going to know what hit them.
I think we have a plan.
Yes.
You can visualize the whole planet.
And then the whole planet,
Yeah.
the entire planet. But let's not forget the ones that we think are out of our realm.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
They're the ones that need it the most.
It is. It's true. And we start with ourselves.
Yes.
So find a nice, comfortable space just for a moment. And if you like to, close your eyes. Close your eyes. If you would rather watch the goofy things that I do, you can watch. But find a space within inside of you. And as you find the space and you get comfortable, a real simple way is to just feel your breath in. And as you breathe out, imagine as though you're letting all the things that no longer serve you out. We're breathing in all of this divine love. And we're exhaling out what no longer serves us. And as we just find this breath, I feel many of you have a lovely, lovely monkey mind. And so we're just going to accept the thoughts that are in our head, acknowledge them, and then just let them go so that you can just for a moment feel this energy with us and not have to think or worry about what to make for dinner or what you're going to wear tomorrow. Instead, I want you to imagine just for a moment as though your soul has stepped into this beautiful pink-green heart space. Just imagine for a moment that you are surrounded in a beautiful cotton candy rose-colored space of love. And you see that there's a doorway in this bright, bright space. I want you to walk over to that door and step through a little rainbow bridge. The colors are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. As you step through this rainbow portal, you now find yourself in your heart chakra. Some of you haven't been in this space before, so let's go ahead and remove the blocks. And imagine as though you're cleaning up your heart space. Just put it into a garbage can and then imagine you're throwing it back out that door for Earth to recycle. Let's clean up this heart space because we're going to have a big party here. Wonderful! You understand. And as we're in this luscious space and we continue to walk, we see that there's this beautiful waterfall, a huge rainbow waterfall ahead of us. Walk towards that within your heart space. That is your God spark. Just for this moment, imagine as though that rainbow waterfall is your connection to Source, to the Creator of all things. And when you go over to this beautiful rainbow waterfall, you may see the eye of God. You may see the entire universe. You may only feel the beautiful raindrops absorbing into you. As we're in this Mirayaimante, this connection into spirit, you realize that those raindrops or that waterfall is the living water of God. This is that high vibrational energy. This is the chi, the key. This is the life source. And as we are in this life source, I want you to begin to love. And first you say, I love my life. I love my life. I love my life. And you feel that love for yourself expand. And now do you see straight ahead? Do you see how it becomes a golden web? And do you see coming out of the source how it goes into the planet? Trillions of golden threads. I want you to imagine now that you are sending love through every thread. And you can even begin to imagine, to love maybe situations that caused you anxiety. Love maybe organizations that you don't understand. Love the oil fields, the nuclear waste sites. Begin to love through God's source. We are loving through ourselves. We're loving the plants, the water, the mountain, the air, the clouds, the fruit, the fertilizer, the poop. We are loving the flies and the bacteria. We are loving the vaccines and the G5s and the things that we don't understand. But we know that if it's on this planet, it is part of God's love. Just for a moment, love this world, love its leaders, its organizations. Send that love as it covers. Oh, yes, that's wonderful. I see one of you have asked Kuan Yin to come help send more love out. Brilliant. Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, Isis, whoever it is. Ask them to send even more love with your love. As though we're pumping the whole planet with unconditional, unlimited potential. It feels as though the rainforests are beginning to grow back. Feel love. Yes, you have to love that uncle too. Yes, we have to love those who harm us. It is through love that they will quit harming and that they will find the love that they are missing. Forgive yourself for holding on to anything that doesn't serve you, because you are a divine being. You have made no mistakes. You have fantastic lessons. Now I want you to imagine as though your love has become the air and spread your breath around the planet Earth. And now the love that we have come from inside every cell, every DNA being raised in its vibration, is is now connected into the air and the space in front of your nose. And what was empty in your eyes is now full of love. What looks like there's nothing around you is all love energy. And this is the love energy from the grass, from the crystals, from the rocks, from the trees, from the earth herself. Did you know that you were surrounded in love at all times? You are. I see it, and now I feel it. As you continue to send that love, feel that love and see that love, follow your own golden thread, your own golden cord back to source. And once again, when you're in that living water, that unlimited potential, you feel that oneness. Find yourself stepping back through that doorway as the colors change from violet and gold, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Imagine now as though all of that love that you gave out, your angel wings, that energy steps in to your physical being as we find ourselves present in this now moment of divine love.
It's so beautiful. I'm going to share what I felt, what I saw during that meditation, and I hope everybody had a fun experience that you might want to put in the chat for us. But what I saw was that big mountain of trash in the ocean. It's like an island floating around. It's destroying the wildlife in the ocean. And I just kept visualizing it like dissipating. And at the end, I saw it crystallizing, so that it's going to be crystallized and it's going to be beautiful energy that's going to give back to the planet. So I didn't visualize it as all this pollution, trash, garbage that it is, plastic. I
Saw
got
it as a new coral reef.
as a new coral reef. Isn't that beautiful? Yes, that's exactly, because that's what it would be if it was crystallized. It would turn into a new coral reef. So if we could all visualize that and other things such as that, because my mind wouldn't go away from that. It just went straight there. It called me to do that. So that's fun when we can, definitely
Raise the vibration.
raise the vibration. What did you guys visualize anything particular? Ray and Bhakti?
When I was doing it, I got kind of directed to not forget to send love to like my enemies.
Yes. Yes.
And to a lot of
I did
people who
that
were
too.
sending hate my way. So I sent them tons of love.
Yes.
So
Perfect.
yeah, it'll make my life easier. It'll
Yes.
make everyone's life
I did that
easier.
as well. Yes.
And was just visualizing the earth with pink light all over and to raise the vibration for everybody.
Great. Deb, what did you experience?
Oh, it was beautiful. And I'm sitting here holding my brand new baby Lemurian.
Tell us about that.
Well, today from 2 to 2:22 p.m., I was at Mount Shasta and I was at the crystal shop there. Oh, my word. And I was in the sound bowl room.
Wow.
And I'm in love with these sound bowls. Their names are Egyptian blue. Oh,
Oh,
this room,
I see
you
sent
guys.
me money. You should have bought me one.
Oh,
I know that's why they
seriously,
have all the crystal bowls and everything, right?
it is,
Debbie
and
was driving down back home from Washington. She went to see a baby, a brand new little baby, a friend of hers, grandbaby, and just, I mean, do you see where the divinity is when you're in the flow with God? I mean, you didn't know you were going to be at Mount Shasta at 2:22 on 2:22, right?
looking at this, looking at, I don't know if you can see that clearly. There's,
Okay, no, what was that? There we go.
well, it's a chakra.
Chakra body.
Oh, chakra body.
Well, it was super exciting because there were these Lemurian stones, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what are those? And I'm, oh,
Wow.
and this one was calling my name, and it was just beautiful. So when I was sitting there, I was appreciating where I was today, and then I was thinking about Gandhi when he was given a ticket first class on a train.
Mhm.
And they treated him so poorly, and they, because of the color of his skin, and for other, he was a different nationality, and all of those things. They threw him off the train in the middle of the night, even. Oh, yeah. And so he stepped back, and what he said was, why do we do this to ourselves? So within that, it's really, how do we want to treat each other, and how are we treating ourselves? And that's really what I was taking from it. And within everybody, there is a divine spark, even those that we judge as not being good. Okay. Everything is here for a divine purpose and a divine reason. And within that, that acceptance of that, without trying to change that, without trying to think that someone else should be different, or they needed to do it differently per my reality. So that's what I took away from it, because once we can truly step into acceptance, then we can grasp the handles of appreciation, radically appreciating, radically going into it, and radically changing the trajectory of our life. Period. Period. So,
Radical honesty. Woo woo. Yes. And
yeah,
radical honesty with ourselves.
totally.
We
Yeah.
are walking our path. It's who we truly are.
Yeah. Are you saying yes when you mean no?
Right. Right. Are you saying yes when you mean no? And in my husband's cases, he's saying no when he really means yes. Just kidding.
Um,
Jim did not wake you up. I know he's watching and he's falling asleep.
I'm going to,
Yeah.
That tickled me.
now, if Jim has he's just a special case. In his case, that's probably true.
Yeah.
You really, now he turned us off
Oh,
again.
he went back. That was funny. Well, that was beautiful, Rachel. So, Deb, it's your turn to speak. We're doing our little rounds.
Okay.
You want to give us some more clues? Bring yourself back up and tell us more stuff about gratitude and your workshops you do, your book you wrote.
I love that. It's not written yet, honey.
Your workshop. See, I already saw it written. There we go. I mean, everything's going fast.
It's happening
Yeah.
It's happening already, but I know you had put together.
I can tell you that life experiences are what really shows us everything we need to see. And what has been happening is, well, I'm just going to let my hair be a mess. You know what? I'm just going to tell you what. Today I got up and I was in Vancouver, Washington, and I got to see this glorious
With her
child
husband Joe, who's right there with her on the
with
road.
my husband Joe. Thank you. And he's right here with me. And we love a road trip.
Yeah.
We love
They
a road
love
trip.
a road trip.
I really do. Even
Really
though,
do.
yeah,
You-
but okay, so look, I got to tell you though, when we left, okay, we thought, okay, well, we saw Josie for her birthday, which I absolutely loved. And then we took off and we thought, oh, we'll just rent a room somewhere in Sacramento, near there, whatever. It's a big city. There's not a room available anywhere. No room. Nowhere. Just kept going, kept driving. Oh, at some point, we will definitely find a room. Well, we didn't find a room. And so, the thing about it is I laughed. I laughed so hard. You know why? Because this is life. What are you going to do when the circumstances are not in what you think your favor? You make the best of it. You decide that this is the way it needs to be and this is the way it is instead of fighting against it. And how can I appreciate this moment right now? How could I truly, what could I do to appreciate the fact that I am not going to be sleeping in a bed, but a car? Oh, well, you know what I did? I have this really super big, comfy jacket, and I wrapped myself up like it just felt like a cozy little bear, you know, pulled it over my head and thought, I just saved myself like 150, $200. All right. I mean,
Yeah.
really? Well, yeah, because look, if I had gotten at the hotel, what time? I would have gotten to the hotel and it would have been 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I would have had to been up just a few hours
Maybe
later.
week, but yeah, I'll try it.
So in everything that we're doing, there's a way to spin it so it works in your favor
Mhm.
because it is working in your favor, even when you
And
don't think it is.
You were adventuring.
I was adventuring completely, saying yes to life and showing up. And today, when I was on my way back, like just it's gorgeous. It's
Yeah.
glorious. Just God bless our country. We live in the most beautiful country. It's so spectacular. And, you know, if I had to think that there's anything, one thing we could do differently, what would it be regarding our environment? That's the first thing we'll look at. So, what's the first thing you could do? Could you recycle a little bit better? Could you offer to go to and help clean up trash? Yeah, I did say clean up trash. Okay, what could you possibly do? Think about it to help your environment in the city that you live in. What can you do? Then the next question is, what one thing can you change, do now that you can start that's easy peasy, okay, to make a mindfulness shift? What practice could you put in place that gives you a little tickle in the morning? Maybe it's going to be a song that you're going to listen to every single day, like I Am by Set Song, or I am all about Mary Isis. I love Mary Isis. She's phenomenal. She's been on Spirituality Gone Wild before when we did our Goddess Fest. And that's one of my ways that I just every single solitary day, I'm going to do that thing that puts me into the right space and where I want to be rather than waking up grumbling. Because if you're grumbling, you can't be gratituding. It doesn't work. You can't do both at the same time. I mean, you could try, but it just wouldn't come out right. You know what I mean? That's just not putting the right recipe together. So,
Mm.
mindfulness, what one thing can you do in your life that you could start first thing in the morning as soon as you open your eyes? I want you to think about that. What is the one thing that you could do easy peasy lemon squeezy style for your health? Is it drink more water? Water, we're 75% water, somewhere in there. You know, we're electrical conductors. Water and sun, our bodies love that. So what could you do? I know somebody is not drinking enough water. I can feel it.
Well, I've been drinking water. I put it in my
Well, it could be somebody watching too. I see you. Just know. I see you. So, I do.
Jim, put yourself back on camera.
Yeah.
You drinking your water?
But just Jim, yeah, one less Diet Coke, one more thing of water. Oh, I didn't mean to call you out there, Jim.
I'm just having fun with my husband.
But the one thing that I did is I stopped eating bread. Today I had a little taste of pita, but like just those one things. What's the one thing you can do that you can stick to every day for a month? Because once you've done it for a month, it's going to become part of your it's part of your life. It's a habit now. Every habit that you have started somewhere.
How about if we like add one thing and take one thing away? Like add more water and then take away something that, like, Splenda or,
I was just
Mm,
gonna
mhm.
something like that. Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
switched. I did my one thing. I switched from sugar in my
Mhm.
coffee to monk fruit,
Mm.
Oh yeah, that's good.
and
Oh.
I was shocked
Super awesome.
that There was no
Difference.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
like I didn't there was no aftertaste, there was no oh I gotta drink this. It was like, oh,
There is an alternative to everything and anything that is like unhealthy. There's always, and they don't want you to know, but they're there. It exists.
Yeah.
So
And
it's the little things you were saying, Deb, that we can change, which is great. Yes, that's easy.
It's
That
the
makes-
little things. And I want to say to Kim, she says, you said you Diet Coke, and I thought you were talking to me until you said, no, Kim, it was for you. The Diet Coke comment was for Jim.
For Jim and Kim.
And Jim turns off his camera, so we cannot see.
Oh, he
So-
left again.
Because, and here's so the reason that one small thing, one small change in each area of your life that you are looking to change, one small thing is important, because after a year of doing one small thing, you're going to have created a whole lot of big things. Sometimes when we step back and we look at the mountain, we go, oh my God, how am I ever going to do that? I definitely I don't even know. And we start getting into the story, the how, Brown, how am I going to do it? Don't worry about the how, get ready for the wow. Looking at who's going to help me? How? Don't worry about the who'sville. Who'sville shows up when you say yes and you show up.
Yes.
After doing small little baby steps all year long, the year's going to go by regardless whether you do this or not. It doesn't really matter. It really matters on what is your intention for your existence on this planet. Do you want to thrive and quit telling yourself a story that's no longer actually serving you, and replace it with one of the brilliance that you truly are within you? And the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with is a gratitude mantra. This is something that I think everybody should do, is create a gratitude mantra, whatever that might be, something that is unique for you. Even record it, write it down, and let that become part of your daily practice. Let that become part of your neuroplasticity in your brain. Wire yourself for greatness, because you are that. Period. And don't ever let anybody tell you you're not.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
I have something to say about the gratitude.
Yes.
So going back to them sleeping in their car, we choose to do that like any chance we get. We even put an air mattress in our car, or we have the tent on the top, and we just go and sleep like in the middle of nowhere, under the stars, or anywhere. And it makes us really grateful for our surroundings and our little home. It seems like a big home. And you should talk about your 30 days. He slept on the beach. And like, what to?
I decided to sleep on the beach for 30 days with no blankets, no pillows, no comforts, so that I could really transition and change the way that I was perceiving my surroundings. And at some point, I just kind of got rid of all the fear, like, oh, nobody's going to come and mess with me. I'm just going to enjoy my time here, the breeze, the ocean, and just getting rid of all that kind of electromagnetic radiation. Once I left after that 30 days, nothing scared me anymore, and I shed all my fear from it.
And was that during when you were in your silence?
That was right before I did my vow silence.
And then you got the
And it
awareness
transitioned me,
that.
yes.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
when you got the awareness to do.
Wow.
Your,
Yeah.
as
Thank
were-
you.
It's beautiful. Thank
What
you.
was your biggest takeaway, Bhakti, when you did that?
What was your biggest takeaway?
From being on the beach,
Yeah.
to let go of fear. Yeah.
Just let go of fear. That's
To have that daily anxiety that was always around me for no reason, to just be like, why do I have that? Why am I holding on to that? And I was able to shed it completely.
yeah.
What was your biggest takeaway from your year of silence?
My biggest takeaway from being silent was to listen inward. And I had never meditated in my entire life. I had never done any visualization. And I
Wow.
how powerful that all really was. Because then I was stuck with, okay, well, now I'm not just saying things out loud to talk to myself. Now I have to actually listen to myself.
I love you.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Seriously.
Yeah, he's the best son-in-law, I'll tell you.
I want to see I want to see more of Rachel. So I want to see we need to see more of Rachel. Yeah, there you are.
Oh, you were.
Sorry.
Yeah, you were hiding.
Love that. So, and I loved that, Brianna. That was beautiful. I would love to hear some more about the wellness that you've been doing.
All right.
So what have you been doing at your festivals? And what
Okay.
is your goal?
Okay. All right. Well, we used to have a center called Satori Center for Wellbeing, and it was a family collaboration. And I've always felt like my purpose is to help a wellness center. So since we lost that pandemic, I've been working in music festivals and gaining experience and knowledge there, and then also bringing mine there. And so soon we're hoping to plan to open a center again, and just everything we have learned to in our personal selves to heal ourselves. And like I said, like we are twin flames and it's real, and we call it a divine arranged marriage. And we wouldn't have even been able to find each other if he didn't do the vow silence, if he didn't do his hardcore internal work and I wasn't going through mine. So we didn't like do these things. We wouldn't have even like met each other. So that's a lot to take in a cup of for people who are, you know, to really do your self work and all of this hard stuff, to face your fears and work on them and live in love, because you are going to gravitate towards your purpose and towards things that are meant for you. All your wildest dreams.
This is a very good.
They will Velcro.
This
to
is
you.
a great topic for those who are single and wondering,
Yeah.
am I going to meet my? Because that's
And
what
this
you
is a
were,
huge
right?
thing because
before.
also we hear things from people like, oh, I met my twin flame, but it's, you know, there's that chase. They say there's a chase where one of them doesn't want to be with each other, and they think that's what it is. It's like, absolutely not. That is not true. We cannot let go of each other at all, and we fight for each other. And
Believe me,
it's that's so special. It is not.
Thank God
like
they're
that.
married.
There
I'm like,
is-
at least they're married.
there is a huge confusion. But anyway, so what we have, and Rachel is our teacher, our Reiki teacher, and my mom has been my teacher my whole life. And so now Bhakti's teacher.
Yeah.
And so we just are around all these fantastic divine beings and some of his friends too. And you know, so we just when we collided together, it's just a huge energy basically. Bringing together, and our son Nolan also is a huge energy, and so we're just everything we're learning, and he does the Akashic records. I mean, just by doing his vow silence, the Akashic records walk him right in. So everything we're learning in the Akashic records, that's a huge teacher right there. They're teaching us also how to now run this new wellness center. So we're using all the senses we want to do light therapy because it's also faster than sound. And healing wise, sound therapies, the vibrosound bed. Still want to bring in the oxygen and have little oxygen hoses, and also visualization. We're going to do VR system, like really cool meditation and VR system also. So it's just heightening aromatherapy, all the senses. Plus, like we're gonna have a really cool boutique. Like I can't even explain how awesome all the product is going to be in there. Like, amazing artists, and I want to have local artists in there. And herbs too, so it's
Just like Deb's book is already written, and so it is with the Wellness Center. Yes, and
I'm
so
going to
it
tie
is.
this back to Gabriel, because Gabriel said to us at the very beginning that we have to let go of the old stories.
Yes.
And that is
Yes.
something that I sometimes maybe get too much on my soapbox about, because if we keep reading the tarot cards, you're going to get stuck back in that victimhood of what the tarot cards set up. So we need to look at other guide cards or other oracles, or just go ask the birds outside. They're going to tell you what's going on.
signs.
The
There's
signs are
everywhere.
everywhere.
If you can listen and see things and pay attention, they're there everywhere.
It's all there. These two, well, all of us in this room, all of us watching, we are writing the new parables, the new stories.
Right.
We are now setting a new record of divine love, that we no longer have to hold on to the old stories. It's not just our personal story we're writing all new fables. This is going to be a story of true love that will exist far past your physical body. Because this is the now story of divine love. This was not just a romantic love that we see on TV that all of a sudden we want to have sex and, oh, we're going to get married because blah, 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 whatever.
Right.
No. This was authenticity in the heart space. This is the future. This is the now. We have the capabilities. We have the help. And it is exactly what Gabriel said. Let go of those stories and write the new ones.
And Debbie, you have a since our topic is love, although we said not romantic love, but really it's we just had Valentine's Day. So you have a beautiful love story with Joe. You guys just recently got married.
We did. We eloped too. And Elvis did it, which was really awesome.
They both eloped.
Me
Yeah.
too. I love it.
Yeah.
Kind of materialistic. I would love one, still would love one, but
Eloping's great and it's very affordable. Go ahead.
Well, I was single for a really long time. Long time. And really what it came down to was we decided we're better together than apart.
oh,
And we're in that last part of our life, the last, 25, 30 years. I don't know. I just hit 54. And we get to build this and design it together as we're both going through this growth process. So yeah, it's actually super exciting. Soul connections, I agree, they're different. They just are. They're not the ego driven love that we remember from the past, because that doesn't last. It's the true essence because we see ourselves in each other. So it's a part of falling in love with yourself that you see yourself in the other. Bhakti and Brianna are a perfect example of this. The yin, the yang, the masculine, the divine masculine and feminine.
And if you're single and you're not really relating to this because you're like, well, I've had all these, it's fine too to be single. It's fine to be alone and be in love with yourself. It's better than being in a toxic relationship until your divine partner comes or not, because it's, so it's,
I have
yeah.
friends that just are not supposed to have
Me too.
partners.
Yeah, I have one of my best friends who's not married, and she's got a daughter, and she's been in relationships, but she's just fine with not being
something
married.
that we learned is that we haven't been together every lifetime. We waited apparently through the Conspirators we learned 1,000 years. So we went 1,000 years without each other, and now there's a bigger picture to why we chose this timeline to be together. So that can go for anybody else too. May not be this timeline, but definitely in another timeline or outside of this realm where there is no time.
And you might find that person in your dreams too.
Yeah.
This is very true. Well, I want to say, about being single. I chose to do this because here's the facts. My relationships weren't working. I was the common denominator. What's up?
Yeah. Right.
And there's work that needs to be done in order to break these cycles, create new behavior patterns and things like that. And one of the biggest things I ever did was study compassionate communication. Working on communication and getting my degree in it, that's another, that's a big deal.
Yes.
Because it's the one thing I was like, what I'm not doing well, though I talk a lot and I even want awards for how much I talk. Jeez. Yeah, no, not effectively though. Not effectively. And I forget how much I'm talking. Am I actively listening and seeking to understand who's in front of me? I didn't learn those tools though until I decided to be alone and to be single, and then taking that accountability and learning. So that's the process. But the being single is, if you are newly single, if you have been in a long relationship, a short relationship, doesn't really matter. Learn how to be in a relationship with yourself and do yourself a favor. Please just stay single for a little while.
If you're single. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that love is love. Everybody that we've ever had an experience with in our life they're always with us. They're always in our heart. Our loves are our loves forever and ever and ever, even if we're not like
In
in our
fact, all my
human.
teachers, every
Yeah,
relationship is a
ever.
teacher, right?
Thank you. I love that. And that's exactly it. We're never actually alone, and learning how our aloneness is there's something really unique in the aloneness. But we're on the last 15 minutes, and I
Yes.
want to see if you guys want to say any more, if and let Gabriel close us out.
Mhm.
I'm just going to throw out real quick that this summer we're at Healing Heart Sanctuary, waychilllife.com, with Cindy Hamilton, and we're doing sound baths up there on Sunday afternoons.
Where is that?
Forest Falls.
Oh, beautiful.
It's Yucca Valley.
No, it's in the mountains,
Yeah,
right?
it's in the mountains.
San Bernardino area.
San Bernardino.
Yes,
Thank you. Yes.
Mhm.
And Cindy Hamilton is a fantastic Akashic record reader, and she is a divine embodiment of love. She is one of the kindest, most loving, like you, Josie, that I have ever met. Such a big love. Sometimes you just want to run into this woman and just hug her.
I so know this. Yeah.
So pretty good. So waychilllife.com, you can find out about our summer workshops and join us with the trees.
Yes.
These trees have so much wisdom, and it's
there are
country.
Forest Falls has waterfalls. As a kid, I used to
Yes.
hiking up there. You just have to be careful, but yeah.
Her property is less than half a mile from that forest,
Wow,
from that fall.
that's beautiful.
So
Oh wow.
you can
That's
stay
really
up there.
That is
Like,
nice.
there's like one house up there. Is that hers?
No,
I've seen
no.
because I've gone to this falls a lot. Okay.
Yeah. She's literally right before you hit the state park cabins.
Oh, very nice.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a little area. There's a little cafe and some resorts up there, or retreat centers.
Retreat centers, yeah, private retreat centers. Yeah.
Yes. But she has a beautiful medicine wheel up there and
Oh,
some
nice.
great land.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that'd be fun.
we're really excited because we're keeping the group small, so that you can experience what it is that you need.
Well, definitely everybody should look that up and see if they can plug into one of your groups.
Well,
Yeah.
That would be great.
And-
I know. You're like, okay,
And if I
that
have
sounds
my
awesome.
way, they're going to be playing. All right, Gabriel, it's up to you. I just had to throw my.
Did you guys want to say anything else before?
I feel like, no, we're here to listen also.
Okay, so I'll do a message from Gabriel, and then you can do a little closing gong or something, like maybe 40 seconds. Just okay. And Deb, anything else you want to share?
Yes, you guys could all experience Josie again on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Drama to Dharma. Well, she'll be channeling more messages from Gabriel, as well as having special guests and things like that. So it's right here on Spirituality Gone Wild, also on Josie Herndon's page, Josie Ramirez Herndon, and ATS, and Tri Angels, the Facebook group. Come join us. And that's all I need to say right now.
How about Spirituality Gone Wild? You're the founder of Spirituality Gone Wild. That's an amazing platform for those of you who don't know. Go on and join Spirituality Gone Wild, because Deb has wonderful speakers and she has shows that she does. And this is one of the shows on her platform, and it goes on many platforms. And I've been doing that now since right when COVID started.
Yeah.
The Drama to Dharma. And we've talked a lot every week. Gabriel will speak and kind of talk about current events, what's going on in the world, and give some messages. It's pretty cool.
Well, I love that, and I should do a shout out, because on March 5th, March 5th, I will be back on Unify for our second season of Women Rising. Look for the coming weeks. Josie will be on with us, but that is going to be on March 5th, and then on March 6th, Josie's very first Drama to Dharma this year. So you want to make sure and tune in. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is a super exciting. We've got a super exciting month of March coming, and I am just stoked. And for everybody who's been here tonight, I see your messages. I love you, and I'm so grateful for every single one of you is just amazing. And just like her, my husband says, I'm grateful I received permission to have a cookie from Gabriel.
Oh, yes.
Wait, what?
Joe's already having his cookie. Yes. You enjoy that cookie, Joe. Just
All right.
go right through you. No calories. It's good. Oh, well, we're going to do a channel and probably a little meditation, a guided imagery meditation where Gabriel and I will lead you through to the secret garden after the channel, and then we're just going to leave you there. So we're not going to bring you back. We're going to leave you in the garden, and then he will, Bhakti and Bree will play a little sound, and then that will be complete for the evening. So thank you all for joining us. And here's Gabriel. We are very excited, the angelic realm. It is us, Gabriel, and we want to thank you. We are happy. We are dancing. We are joyful. We are, because you invited us into your hearts, into your realm. You have, and that's all we ask you to do is say, yes, we need the angelic realm and all the beings and the ascended masters. All we need is your permission, and we are there. If you do not give us permission, we are not anywhere that we are not wanted. There is free will in this earth that has been given to you by the divine, and that free will is up to you, what you want to do with your growth and your journey. But we ask you to invite us, and we will show you who we are, and we will give you those things that you ask for if they're stated for the highest good. And know that we already know what it is that you want and that you love. We already know. Put it out there in your thoughts, in your writing, and it will be yours. So for that, be very careful what you think and what you write and what you say, because the universe is hearing. We are hearing what that is, and it will come to you. Have you noticed that? I'm sure you have as humans, that when you say something, next thing you know, it's there because you're in the zone with us. You have given us permission to align with you. So as part of the closing message, we want to encourage you to invite us in to align with us and align with who you truly are. And with that alignment energy continuing, ushering us in, inviting us in, not only into your hearts, but into the realm of which you are in and to the earth. And know that everything that you do, to the smallest to the largest thing that you do, affects not only this planet, but the entire universe. It affects us. It affects everything. And know that because you are the most powerful realm with gravity as a human, that your DNA, your energy will be here forever and will continue to share that wisdom. Your energy will continue, and your memory will continue to share the wisdom with the next generations. So for those who have transitioned to us, they're very happy now because they're not suffering in the bodies that they were in perhaps before they transitioned. But their energy is still here on this planet. Honor it. Honor the memories as you continue to go forward with your lives without certain humans physically in their bodies. And remember that the love that has come through to this planet and that it continues to come through will continue to come through. The divine love, the divine essence of God, the divine essence of the angels, the divine essence meaning the feeling, the smell, the energy of who we are, and in turn, who you are. We are not separate. We're all one together when you invite us in to your realm, to your life, to your world. We love when you put pictures or art with us, or anything that you put in your homes that remind you of who we are and that invite us into your home. It's some humans may not realize how much they love us, but they have our art all over their home. And so they do because they invite us there. You would not have a piece of art of somebody that you do not love. So we thank you for placing those things in your home that remind you of who you are and who we are, to art, to candles, to flowers, to plants, to the pets, to the beauty that surrounds you, the dirt, the ground, the water that grounds you to this planet. Embrace it and love it and be grateful for it. Gratitude, as Debbie has spoken of, and Rachel, and we've been talking about all night. Josie is so grateful. We are sharing this, that she is so grateful for everything. We know that because she says it. She'll sometimes hug something. I'm so grateful for this. There was a time when she did not have all the things she has now or much. And she's grateful for what it is that she has, the peace in her life, the love, the beauty, the serenity, the not just the material, beautiful home that she never thought she could ever have, with the beautiful view. That was something that she manifested through her faith, because it wasn't something that was ever handed to her. So if you feel, oh, I'm living someplace that I'm not very happy, well, manifest it by dreaming about it or thinking about, where would you rather be? Where's your home? Find it. Is your home traveling? Is your home near a lake? Is your home in the desert? Or if you have your home now that you love your home, or love it either way, because it is part of who you are. So love your home. Look around, whatever it is that your home is. And if you're like, maybe we should have some fresh flowers in here. That'll brighten it up. Love your home, your body, and your mind and your spirit of who you are. Love your body, because your body is your vessel that can, your conduit of how you can share all this divinity. How can you share the love with others if you don't have the love for yourself to appreciate who you are, regardless of your weight, your size, anything? No, love yourself for who you are now, not who you want to be, who you are at this moment. Love yourself, hug yourself. Not for who you think in your mind's eye you should be, or remember who you used to be. Love who you are now. Love your body now. And any of the ailments will start healing themselves when you love your body. If you have pain, love that pain. Have a relationship with those things that are inside of you. Embrace medical conditions so that you can love them, so that they will dissipate. If you hate your medical condition, then you're hating yourself, and there's too much of a block. Love your medical condition and love it until it's gone, until it is transmuted into a healthy, beautiful body. And yes, drink more water. We always say water, 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 water. Water is life. Water is holy. All water is holy. Water is what gives you your life. Water is what gives you your skin, what gives you your health in your body. If you drink the caffeine, drink 5 times the water as the caffeine you drank. It'll wash it away. In other words, don't, again, beat yourself up or feel less than because you have the caffeine versus the water. Enjoy the caffeine as you enjoy the cookie, but then drink the water. Don't forget that. You need it for your hydration. Hydration is your clarity in your mind. Think of your mind shriveling up like a prune or a raisin when you don't drink water. Water will expand your thoughts and your clarity in your mind. Those are some of the messages that we wanted to give to you, because with these messages, then you can share it with others, or you can just share it with yourself and remember it so that you can usher in the divine love. And this day will be eternal. This is an eternal day. It's not over, it's just beginning. Everything is just beginning. Remember that. This moment is eternal. This moment is blessed. We are complete. And that is completion for the meditation as well, because it is time. You're in your secret garden of love with your ancestors, and you're going to sleep peacefully this night with the angels in the garden of love. And so it is. And so it is.
And I do believe we are complete. Yes?
Yes.